Alright, boom. Religiously is just another word for repetition or practice. And the moment you question things, people label you rude. The world is filled with compliant cattle, constantly being told what to think and how to feel. Not us. Religiously ruled represents those that practice being themselves unapologetically. No disrespect though. Love.
How rude.
Now, I'm not in the habit of taking orders from a machine. None of that now. I haven't changed. You're a barbarian, a savage. Go on.
Should I get in? My notes acting crazy. What up? Welcome to the latest episode of the Religiously Rude podcast. We're joined by Komodo Prez.
Oh fucking Lord.
Ace to be the Dragon.
Yes.
Slick Vic and the Slickster.
Here.
And yours truly, World War Z. This podcast brought to you by New Element Entertainment, Revivev Clothing. Shout out to Gifted Hoods, R.I.P. Curve.
Always.
Yeah, we made niggas walk the plank today. There's no CM and there's no Jano Soprano. Them niggas is in the hot seat.
Fish food.
Word. You know what I mean? Niggas is Lunchables today.
We got them on the next episode. And they're not going to get a mic. They're not going to be able to defend themselves.
Yeah, niggas gonna have to. They're gonna sit in attendance and watch.
Yeah, pay per turn.
Word.
You want to talk?
Yo,
Here you go.
just let's get this out the way early. So, I'm not sure how into women's sports y'all are. Me, I only really fuck with besides tennis, I only strongly fuck with the WNBA shit, right? So, girl on IG, cool chick, was telling me all about the unfairness of the pay between WNBA, NBA, and all this other stuff. And
Didn't we talk about this at one point?
I think we did. I don't know.
We might have facts today, though.
On the
Yeah.
pod?
Yeah, like it was a while ago.
Briefly.
When the USA soccer shit.
Very
Yes,
briefly.
yes.
Very
Right.
briefly.
Speak about it, yeah.
very briefly.
So, you know, I sat there, had a conversation with her about it, and then it came to me, and I just was like, "What's the last WNBA game you seen or went to?" And she was like, "Oh, I don't watch." I said, "Wait, so your problem is?"
Did she post something on IG like?
She was like fighting.
Yeah.
She was
Okay.
fighting on their behalf.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
real,
yeah.
real.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, she was expressing the unfairness and everything like that. So I was agreeing with her, right? So we were speaking about it, but then I'm just like, it sounded like she was blaming men as the reason women don't get paid, and I had to sit there and say, well, when's the last time you know what's the last game you seen, like what you did? And she was like, oh, I don't watch basketball. I said, no, you don't watch the WNBA because you have been to All-Star Weekend before and you have went to a
Receipts.
Knicks game. I know that for a fact because there's pictures on your page. So she goes, what are you trying to say? And
I'm not trying to say nothing.
I'm not- yeah,
You
I'm
ain't
not-
facts.
You put money in the wrong league, apparently,
So
if
I'm
you
like-
felt bad.
So then, we had a brief conversation, and I came to the conclusion, like, and I had to look it up to make sure. More men watch WNBA games than women.
Yes. This.
When you go to WNBA games, you only see men and kids. You mainly, I don't want to say only, you mainly see men and kids. So I looked it up, and I wasn't bugging. The numbers show men are way more interested in WNBA than women. So how do they expect a fairness in marketing and advertising? Yes, the NBA or just the Basketball Association, period, could do a better job at marketing and advertising when it comes to them and stuff like that. But where are they supposed to find the money where if in an arena of 30,000, only 7,000 people show up or less? You know what I mean? Like, where are they supposed to find the money to pay these?
Yeah, it's a revenue-based system.
And
Like, if
that's
you don't
what
generate the
nobody
money-
understands when it gets to this argument. It's not about men and women. It's about the revenue
Correct.
that they bring in.
Like-
you can't afford to pay
100%.
all
So
that
why,
shit.
Like, why not? Why wouldn't women if women could go to the Super Bowl, they could go to the All-Star Weekend, they could go to the finals, they could go. Why not just all? It's cheaper to go to WNBA games. Why not just be like, yo, I'm gonna go with my homegirls and we all gonna go enjoy it. Like support each other. Don't
Nah,
blame niggas.
they want to go to the club and meet the NBA nigga.
Yeah, they trying to get chose by the nigga that's making the revenue that they taking away from they people,
So
right?
we reserve it for the lesbians, and they should go to WNBA try to pick.
Yo,
up
Listen,
that
if
bitch
you
there.
want women to get paid in professional sports and women are speaking out against
Go
this,
fucking
go
support them.
support them.
100%.
Don't
support-
blame
No.
niggas for none of this
The
shit.
only
Go
other way
fucking
is
support.
to abolish the gender leagues and put them all in one, and that's not gonna work.
But then they're not gonna get
That's
chose.
That's not gonna work neither, though, right? Like you ain't gonna post up.
I'm not picking Brittany Griner over DeMarcus Cousins or
Yeah, right? Like
Anthony Davis or something. Like that's not gonna happen.
that's what I'm saying.
They're
like,
gonna make the All-Star team though.
There's a handful of women. First off, WNBA is ill. Like I've always acknowledged and said they play basketball.
But on that level of talent, because
Yeah,
they can't, you can't compare them to.
There's a handful of chicks I feel like
could succeed.
I don't know about succeed, but they coming off the bench.
They could
would
be or
be-
shooters, like because there's
Yeah,
some
yeah,
ill
for sure,
shooters
for sure.
Like you could replace a JJ Redick with somebody from WNBA,
Yeah,
right? Like
for sure.
fucking knockdown, right? So they have
Not no
openings
star
there.
player shit.
Yo, nah, them niggas gonna go extra hard to block
I
all the
would.
threes.
I would.
Oh, you gotta treat them the same way, right?
Yeah,
You
I
want
would.
fairness.
No, they're gonna go even harder. They're not gonna treat them the same.
But the whole thing is like, women got to stop blaming us for everything. Like, you motherfuckers got to go support
It's-
each other and stop asking.
Stop blaming
Are there
us,
more-
but also hold the leagues accountable. Because
Are there more male coaches in WNBA than there are female? Because there's a
Probably.
good amount of also
Probably.
male.
Yeah.
So like to support your theory that like there's a lot of male presence in the WNBA,
Yeah,
and I'm
niggas
sure they also.
niggas fuck with the WNBA.
I'm sure they do it because they're also trying to pull men in, like
Yeah.
the male viewership, right? But like we
Kyrie
can't do
Irving and LeBron and Kobe, they were all advocates for fucking WNBA and stuff like that. So it's like, there's but so much men can do
100%.
Yeah.
to help a woman's sport event. You know what I mean? Like UFC, not a lot of women go out to watch UFC fights, but niggas be supporting the UFC, the female UFC
100%,
fights and stuff
yeah.
like that. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Real
women
shit.
gotta fucking support your own. Stop asking niggas to do shit for y'all. Say y'all being cheated or unfairly treated. Or go fucking support
Yo,
each
this
other.
is why you gotta be woke from the woke, man. They start posting shit.
Bitches will share each other's eyelashes and fingernails, but won't fucking show up to
True
a
that.
game or an event or something like that. Like, yo, go support your homegirl. Soon as you hear it's gonna be a nigga 6'8", worth 8.5. You make sure you
I'm
get
in
your
there.
ass
I'm
outside.
in there,
Like,
yeah.
come on, go outside for your 6'6" homegirl. who's
True that.
who's making cashier money? Like, go outside.
What is?
Go outside and support.
They make
her.
like
what's like
30K.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
what's like
it's-
the average salary?
It is
If there is
disrespectful.
one, like
It's
It's disrespectful.
It's
What do we think it
disrespectful.
is?
It's under 100.
Yeah.
100K
It's under. It's like
for the season.
I want to say maybe the maximum, maybe like 115. I gotta look it up, but I know it's under
For the
100K.
season?
Yeah,
But yo,
that's
the
why they gotta go
stadium
overseas to
isn't
get their
bringing.
money and all that stuff.
They're not filling up stadiums, so
No, I
they're
get it, I
not
get it.
bringing
No, I
that
understand,
bread
I
in.
understand.
I also don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I just wanted to tell women that fuck y'all. Y'all gotta go support each other. Stop begging niggas to do shit for y'all, or trying to guilt me into feeling like, oh, we gotta do more for women. It's just like, no, we don't. Y'all gotta start respecting each other and fucking with each other. Like, niggas don't like me and still support my music. You don't hear me complaining. There's mad niggas that don't like me that I'm sure watch and listen to this podcast and shit like that. Fuck out of here. We ain't complaining.
Yo, while we on the topic of all women things,
Can't wait to
now
hear
it goes
this.
down
Nah,
there.
it's
Can't
not,
wait
it's
to
not
hear
gonna go
this.
down there. I promise it's
There you
not.
go.
This new show came out, and all the men in the world, all the Y chromosome men in the world die except for one.
Okay.
Oh, The Last Man or something
Yeah,
like
that shit. I was watching that shit.
that? I ain't
So-
watch it yet.
It's
so-
a series, like a
Yeah,
series.
yeah,
Oh.
on Hulu.
It's like Why the Last Man or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
So I was talking to my
Damn,
wife.
one nigga
I'm
left?
like, if I was the last man, would you let me fuck these hoes so
It
I
would-
could get humanity back up and running?
Civilization would depend on it, dog.
She was like, nah. I'm like, so you gonna let
That's
humanity?
mad selfish.
That's what I told her. I'm like, you gonna let humanity end because she was like, nah, you ain't gonna be fucking all these bitches. So would
they
y'all
don't
women let
kidnap you. They
y'all
don't kidnap you. At that point.
restart humanity if y'all was the last man on earth?
Well, see what the wives don't understand is if a nigga don't fuck, they gonna fuck her up.
They gonna
They
kill
gonna,
her.
yeah, they gonna
Or
jump
they
her
gonna
like, all right, we
kidnap
gotta
you,
get
yeah.
you
Like,
out
oh,
the
you
way.
not allowing this?
Yeah,
Nah,
we
she
gonna
gotta
get you
go.
out of the way. Yeah, so it's just
The
like
power in numbers.
Nah, but then
So-
they gonna use you like
I'll be saving our lives and humanity.
Yeah, you have to do it willingly because they gonna get crazy and kidnap you, rape you.
Well, who gonna do all the hard work when you gone then?
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
So
Nobody is
gotta-
done.
that's what I'm saying. You gotta have a lot of. You gotta
I
have a
would
lot
be
of hands.
maximizing on everything, dog. Like, come here, tie my shoes.
You're gonna be the king.
Everything-
Yeah. Oh,
everything's a barter?
King.
Everything's a
what?
barter?
Like y'all,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
literally
you want,
need
you
the
want
last
sex
man.
today? You want baby? Guess what? I need robe and outfit hung and steamed.
Grapes, please.
Go
Seedless.
skin a tiger, knit my shit together, and put it there. Like, sit it down. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Just for one.
Oh, nah,
time
see,
use.
that's that's what I should have said. I
For
was
this
like, yo,
dick, they gonna work.
word. I should have said to my wife, yo, we are gonna be king and
Oh,
queen.
fuck
Us. This
yeah.
is a us thing. Us. That's how you always get people to buy in. You gotta let them know what's in it for them as well.
I'm fucking
right?
for the benefit of us.
Right. So yeah, like you said, we gonna rule this shit together.
Word.
I just got.
What's her favorite food? Yo, you gonna get the finest food that you love every day.
Word. Who's your favorite chef?
like
Yeah.
who you hate? Because I'm gonna make her make you your shit.
Yeah,
right. Like
nah, you don't want hate food. You don't want.
No,
hate
no,
food.
but-
I'm gonna make her put my slippers on every day, all types of shit. Like this the
use it
peasant
to
that was
advantage.
bothering you,
She's the one that gave you the side eye when there was mad niggas around. I'm the only. Oh, we
and she
good.
gotta walk. She gotta walk around the crib barefoot. She gotta.
She gotta wear shades on at all times. Ain't
gotta
nobody trying
hunt.
to see her face.
they gotta hunt. I mean, they
might
technically
not-
gotta hunt.
It
You
would
might
be-
not eat though, but
Nigga, I would have the most polite women around me. Everything for any little thing, but you have to say please, thank you, and my lord. Can you talk to me for a second, my lord? Please, thank you. All right, you got my
Please
you got
and
my
thank you.
attention.
Yo.
I'm not supposed to be in no position of power. I know that.
Yo, you know what's mad funny in the show though? All the transgender.
wait, do they survive? Do
yeah,
they survive?
they survive.
Oh,
They bitches.
damn, yo.
Oh, they strong. Okay,
All right, I
So-
see how they weave in there. That shit.
okay.
All right.
So
Damn.
do they
It's
have?
interesting.
Oh, they like when you say
Do they
trans,
have
like
active parts? Or
I was gonna
no?
say, yeah, full surgery.
There's like a little group of transgender
With dick.
women. Nah, they don't
Oh.
got the. They don't
So
got
they're
the
done.
Oh,
Like-
so there's no dicks out.
Nah,
they
but
full
they tight
transition-
because
full transition.
They tight because they on hormones, but the world is ended and hormones running out.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, yo, you live with what you. At
Now
that point, you gotta
also-
live with your decision.
But think about it. It's a world full of women, so they're getting discriminated against now because they look like men. So the bitches be like, "Oh shit, oh
Man,
nah.
you just another.
Then
bitch.
they want to fuck her up
Oh,
because
you
it's like, yo,
just
bitch, you
another
tricked me. I
bitch.
thought I was
Oh,
gonna get
shit.
dick today.
Oh,
This is why
shit.
women need to praise us a little more, yo. I'm gonna need. No, don't shake my hand or hug me no more. Give me a nice bow. Kiss my hand.
You gonna be sticking your shit out. You gonna have a ring. This nigga gonna have a pinky ring.
Yeah,
Watch.
I'ma just
fucking
like
like
this.
80 carat type shit. Like,
That's
here
how I'm
you
gonna start
go.
saying hello to everybody's woman from now on. Like, Beso. That's how you
Yo,
gotta do it. Fuck
I can
that.
imagine-
Also,
Yo.
I'm not promoting that show. Don't watch that shit. Watch us.
You gonna have the ill chalice. I know.
Oh.
Watch. You already know. It's gonna be a wrap, yo.
That shit gonna be sitting here with me, right? Part of the comb that's in here. This for the
Grape
beard.
juice and shit. You know what I mean? Just
Yep.
fresh squeeze.
Absolutely. And then
You know?
just kiss the ring and polish the chalice. That's it.
That sounds like a
That's
term. Polish the chalice.
Chalice is chalice. Say that 3 times fast.
Yo, so I want to tell a story, and as I'm telling the story, I want to express to y'all unwanted information and how often people deliver this, right? Like, and how, like, the level niggas will go of offering unwanted information. We have a championship game. We all outside. We're talking to somebody, and there's a dude I've known for years, and he's legendary in the neighborhood and all that. Real good dude.
Football?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, for sure. So he used to hang out with somebody, and niggas was like, "Yo, how's your man doing?" Nigga goes, "Who? The one who I used to fuck his bitch?" And I was just like, "Well, niggas ain't even asked that."
What happened?
So I know
That's corny.
So immediately I know the nigga wants us to ask what happened. So I'm telling everybody, like, cause I know he needs.
He wants to
He
say
needs
it.
it.
Yeah,
wants
he
to- yeah,
needs that. So I'm now
You're trying
this
to
is-
starve the nigga now.
So
yeah.
So now I'm like, let me see how crazy
He brings
willing
it up
to get.
again?
The nigga goes, "Yeah, fuck that bitch ass nigga. He had owed me some bread, so I put dick in his bitch mouth." And I was just like, yo, this nigga's not gonna stop. we off. We ain't even asked no more.
Yo, that was a good game, right? Yo, so the time I
So niggas, so I go. So now everybody's sitting there in shock, like, oh shit. So I go, yeah. Yo, this nigga, him and his brother used to train me when I was growing up. These niggas, had me running the trails and shit in Van Cortlandt. He was like, yeah, we was working out early. This nigga, you was nice early and all this. He said, but yeah, that nigga, nigga went right back.
Oh my God.
So he keep going, and I'm like, yo,
somebody gotta ask. Just take the L, just ask.
So I go, yo, nobody like asked all that information. Like, you good? And he goes,
something off your chest.
He said, yeah, I'm good. I'm always good. Niggas know how I give it up. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. None of us here know you for that. Like, we know you for basketball and cool shit. So all this gangster shit, like, yo, you win. Like, if you hate this nigga, I'm sorry. We should have never brought this nigga up. Like, I'm sorry, bro. But to tell us, I'm like, yo, you literally told us this nigga, y'all whole feud. Like, I don't know how long this been going on, but he was like, nigga went as far as telling us, yeah, I put dick in her once, and she was hitting me back on the regular. And I was like, nah, I just did that because of that nigga. And I'm just like, to me, that's kind of But and he's like, what you mean? I say, yo, that's shaky. Like, you had sex with a nigga's girl because you hated him? So you was thinking about him while fucking her? And nigga was like, yo, don't do that. I'm like,
Good point, though.
Nigga, I gotta ask the question, like, yo, you don't feel weird by that? Like, you know what I mean? He was like, I wasn't thinking about the nigga. I said, well, that was your main motive. That's what you're telling me.
How old is this dude?
He's way older than me, dog. Way older. At least by like 11 years, 10
These
years.
niggas is just trying to acclimate with, like,
The younger,
Then
they
wait,
think is
but it
cool.
gets better.
Generation.
It gets better.
Oh,
Nigga goes from that. He goes from that. And mind you, I've only known this man for cool basketball shit and like just being a cool dude in the neighborhood since I was like 11, 12, right? This nigga goes from that to then saying fuck certain niggas in the hood because he was the first nigga out here. He's been Crip since the 90s and all. I'm like, I don't remember none of this shit. Like, where'd this come from? So he just telling now he's going into gangster stories. I'm like, yo, I'm looking at niggas like, yo, nobody asked this nigga. Why is he telling us this? I'm like, damn, this nigga has had. And then I come to the conclusion. I'm like, yo, when you get older, you're not around a lot of people anymore, right? Like, it gotta die down because for this nigga to give off all this information, it's almost like
he been home too long.
It's like this nigga hasn't had a conversation in 3 years.
He been in isolation.
This nigga,
or you feel like you fading at that point, right? Like you feel like
you probably rent a room.
You know,
when you rent a room,
nah,
you in ISO.
This nigga, I feel like this nigga literally was just either he was trying to like seem cool to niggas.
I think that's what it is.
Either he was trying to seem cool to niggas, or the nigga literally has not had a conversation with another human being in at least 3 years, yo.
Damn.
Yo, talk to y'all old heads, man. Everybody out there. Check in on them. They haven't had conversations with nobody. If you don't talk to these niggas, they're going to start telling you stories from 88 that never happened. You don't want that. So just go have conversations with these niggas so they don't go outside talking crazy to niggas that have never seen them in their lives and don't know nothing about them.
And also, if you weren't around for the shit they talking about, you can't really question it.
Can't verify.
They're gonna ask you. They're gonna say you hating. Yo, we need titles.
My way of verification is terrible too, so niggas don't want me verifying shit because I'm going to ask niggas. Like, yo, this nigga beat you up because that's what he said. Like,
he reigniting old beats and shit. Nobody.
That's how I verify shit.
You don't even know why.
I've literally.
He said he beat the dog shit out of you.
I've literally said to niggas like while they were there, like, yo, right? Remember I beat dog shit down your man's leg, and niggas be like, yeah. The nigga that beat me up when I was young, I was like, oh yeah, that he whooped on me, and niggas looked at him and he was like, yo, don't. I'm like, nigga, I'm not mad at you for that. Like, it happened. Yeah. Like, this is the truth. Like, you whooped on me, you got the best of me. Like, I ain't gonna sit here in front. You ain't want no parts after, but yeah.
You know how we got titles for cars? We need titles for gang members, cause
like to verify, like I
need verification. Were you salvaged? Please verify.
Who co-signed your shit?
That Carfax word.
Yeah, for sure. Cause some of these stories be amazing though, cause niggas will tell you they was, the detailing in the stories is what's amazing. Yo, I shot at this nigga. He shot back, and I weaved it. I did a backspin, rolled off the front of the car, started busting back.
But nobody ever get caught.
They got marble notebooks in the one bedroom that they renting out.
I enjoy listening to all those stories though,
Filled with
because
stories.
I'm always, there are stories where I know they're real. I know that like you could tell by the way a nigga's expressing it. Like when you super animated and you getting more excited as you telling the story, I feel uncomfortable. I feel like
you living it.
yeah, I feel uncomfortable. I'm like, you might be lying, but you believe in your lies right now. Like I'm uncomfortable. But then there's the niggas that give you the soft talk, blank stare. Those niggas are telling the truth. The niggas that there's no animation, they shit. They just cause one time it's just like this nigga's a murderer. This nigga's an assassin. I know it.
They always say that niggas who's trying, there's a difference. You could tell the difference between somebody telling you something, like informing you, and trying to convince you of something.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
like your old heads that really went through it, they just gonna tell you the facts. They're not really gonna try to sell you like, I bobbed and weave it, and that shit missed me but like 2 inches. Like niggas is really trying to convince you at that point and convince themselves. Like,
Nigga, I heard a story from a nigga, and I'm never gonna put this man's name out there, but the nigga said some shit went down, and a whole event of things that I won't get into went down, and the nigga said he grabbed the nearest thing next to him and was stabbing this nigga in his skull, and he said, "Yo, you ever try to?" He said it's basically impossible to put a butter knife through a skull, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I said, hold up. Did this nigga just express to me that he tried to use a butter knife? I said, all right, yo, this nigga, he got it. Like, yo, you got it, dog. Like, that's not a lie.
That's not a lie.
That's not a lie.
He said it's impossible to do it.
Yeah, I was like, that's not a lie.
The lie would have been like, yo, I put a butter knife through his skull.
But that let me know, like, yo, all right, man, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I could, I can't refute that. Like, what the fuck I'm gonna say?
Like, you imagine?
We're gonna try you next.
Because I'm like, yo, I'd have never even thought to grab no butter knife and try to like jam it in nobody's skull and then sit there and be like, yo, nigga, he ain't asked me, yo, have you ever? The nigga said, yo, it's impossible. He was like, I was sitting there he was like, and I was stabbing, but it wouldn't go through. It's impossible to go through. And I'm like,
wow.
Nigga still couldn't believe it to this day.
Like, yeah, you got it, my nigga. Like, all right.
That's scary.
I just, and that's why, I could like you said, the difference between somebody informing you and trying to convince you.
He informed you because if you ever try it,
it's not gonna work.
Let me know. You'll be like, yo, he was right.
Believe him.
He was right. I
Yeah.
couldn't get this shit through.
Absolutely believe you, sir.
You come back like, yo, bro, you was right.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
You know how much force you have to use
Bro, I couldn't
to
even
try to put a butter knife through a
imagine.
nigga head?
I couldn't even imagine.
The
bro.
force on that,
Yeah.
son.
I couldn't even
Holy
imagine that, son.
shit.
yo, before we move on, I know you got some shit you want to talk about. I just want to bring this week's episode on questionable 21 Savage lyrics. So, I'm just gonna leave it at this. He said in one of his most recent verses.
Oh, he back on Freaky Time?
Yeah, he back on Wild Freaky Time.
Yeah, Freaky Time.
Chopper hit him, and he turned into a booty clapper.
I did hear this. Yes, I did hear this. Yes. Bro, I was walking down the steps into the train station when I heard that shit.
I don't even know what that
Deadass stop.
means.
What does that mean?
Yo.
Why when you shoot someone, what makes them a booty clapper?
Nah, but why
Is it the sound?
your image of shooting a nigga sounds sexy? Like, I shot this nigga, he got sexy. Yo, fam, I don't think that's how that works. Like,
Yo, son is weird.
Yeah.
like that's not the imagery of like. I'm not thinking it's like, yo. I think of like you think of the imagery of somebody being shot. That's
Wow,
like the
Chopper,
Freddie
you
Gibbs
getting-
shit.
you
I was
getting
going
cut
before he hit the ground, seen his body shiver, get spent around. He must be out for the count. Them hollow tips pin them down. Like shit like that. That's like vivid, right? Like, oh, that makes sense. I can see that. I can picture that.
But I see Meg Thee Stallion now when
Right,
he.
that's what you're saying.
you shot the nigga, he turned into Meg?
And was she twerking? Like, was he twerking for
It
you?
was Sue's rendezvous after
Yeah.
you shot the nigga?
Yo,
Like,
Chopper hit him and he turned into a booty clapper.
But the
why
shit,
nigga clapping cheeks after he
But the
get
shit-
shot though?
but
Like,
the shit
that's
gonna
wild freaky.
but the shit gonna get streams,
Nah.
bro. Like, that's the
Yeah.
shit, too.
Nobody gonna question
Nobody's
that shit.
listening.
Niggas,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
no,
like-
niggas ain't listening to the lyrics. We spoke about that on the last released episode, like the latest released episode. We spoke about that shit where it's just like, yeah, niggas don't. This is not a time of making sense.
Yeah.
No, but he tried to make sense of that.
What he said,
In his mind, it was a perfect metaphor. For
I like to
something.
shoot sexy men. Like,
Yeah,
I
we
don't,
just
I'm not
didn't-
sure what that meant.
We didn't get the rest
Yo.
of the metaphor because clearly he had a thought in his head that he
Yo,
didn't illustrate.
That's some Atlanta talk.
You
That's
know?
what that
I
is.
don't know. This is gonna make me listen to all 21 Savage music because I am gonna bring a bar.
You ready for that?
He got you.
What, every episode? You probably get one every episode.
Yeah, I
if you
think I
wanted to.
could.
He
I don't think I've ever listened to a 21 solo 21 Savage.
I
song.
haven't yet, but I will now because
I think anything I've ever
He be
heard from
wildin'.
him is him being featured on something.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a feature too.
he's
Yo.
he's featured on that. That was his feature.
So he was on somebody else's track
Talking wild.
sexy.
He got paid for that. You know, he got
I'm getting these freaky kills.
How much he got paid for that? A lot. You know,
lot.
like, you know, a lot.
I like that.
Now he get to shoot as many shots and have booty clappers everywhere.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Yo, so I wanted to ask y'all, before I get into the top 3 conversation, I wanted to ask y'all, what is your vice? You know, like music, getting fly, sports, etc. and shit like that. And what got you into it? Was it like tradition? Was it influence? Was it your peers? Like what got you into your vice? Or was it just something personal? Like you actually, because I know for me, like I love basketball, but that was kind of pushed on me.
Okay, but so is that your vice?
Music is really my shit. Like,
Yeah.
music is something I personally fell in love with. Nobody had to introduce it to me. Nobody had to tell me about it. Like I fell in love with hip hop and R&B and just soul music from the 60s, 70s, and 80s and shit like that. But yeah, basketball was kind of like my peers influenced that.
Yeah. Okay. For me, it's probably TV, like movies, because I'll watch anything and
Indulging?
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just indulge, yeah.
because I like talking about movies too, and like Christopher Nolan, like one of my favorite directors, Stanley Kubrick, shit like that. Talking about and I was just talking to my peoples, and niggas was like, "Yo, Zeus probably watched every movie." And we were thinking about popular movies we ain't watched, and there's all them old shits like Citizen Kane and Gone with
Yeah.
the Wind. But I literally watch everything and anything because I like to talk
What got
about
you into
fucking
that shit?
movies. I don't know. It's funny because growing up, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's a horrible actor, but I watch anything
Oh,
that he
shit.
dropped.
Same
I
thing
watch.
with Van Damme.
Last Action
Yo,
Hero,
Van
Those
Twins.
movies were good back in the day, so you can't not,
Word.
like they were.
Anything
I've been
that
watching
had-
Predator all week, dog.
Yeah,
like that
same
shit
here.
just never gonna get old.
But yeah, you know what? I guess my father, lazy ass, every Saturday,
Always
Sunday, he'll
put
just
it to
be
you.
in bed all day watching movies, kung fu flicks, anything Arnold. So I guess it's probably him and me just wanting to hang out with him.
Yeah.
But he's not doing shit but that. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna just chill with him while he watch.
Okay, so yours is influence.
Yeah.
Mine was my peers. What about you?
Influence hip hop. Like you got me into like Big Brother, a couple of the Wu-Tang members, Raekwon.
You mean
Ghost.
Little Brother?
Wow. Shit, I've been
Nigga
watching a
said
show called Big
like
Brother.
I'm the government. You got me in the Big Brother. No, I didn't. If you snitched, that was all on your own, brother. I partook none.
But yeah, mainly
Monte, pardon.
hip hop. Gibbs, you got me into crazy. So that's like one of my number one artists that I go to like religiously. So hip hop is mainly like not forced, but you definitely brought that in, and that's what kind of stemmed it off.
So, music is your vice. That's
Yeah,
it?
I would say music.
What about you?
It's probably Cars for me.
Cars?
Yeah, I mean that's just.
Was that personal
I think-
tradition?
I think it was a mix. I think part of it's tradition. Like my one of my brothers always had cars growing up. He had like not nicer cars, but like coupes, more
Yeah.
sport cars. And my block where I grew up on, everybody always was fucking with cars outside, right? So Civics and yada yada, doing motor swaps. And then I kind of got into it, and it's just something that helps me get my mind off of shit. Like similar to music, when y'all, when you listen and shit, you kind of zone out. Just working on cars, going for a drive was a big thing for me too. Like just whenever I needed to
So, what's your top 3 cars?
Oh, word.
top 3 cars. If I could own them, Supra, like
Is there a specific year, style?
like the
what you
I think it's
picture? What do you
like a
see?
90, a 95, 96 twin turbo Supra, like not the new joint. I'll probably do a Skyline, similar to like
The Nissan.
yeah,
Skyline?
like what Paul Walker has in like Fast and Furious, right hand drive.
Just don't drive like him.
Yeah, yes,
He already
Christ.
does.
Yeah,
He didn't even kill himself.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Somebody else was
He was
driving.
passenger.
Jesus
he was
Christ.
passenger and he died because he had a seatbelt on. That shit is crazy.
That's crazy. Don't wear
And-
don't wear
yeah.
your seatbelt.
And my third,
Ejectocito, cuz. That's
My-
the worst. One of the worst movie lines. We gonna go
yes,
through those
it
too.
is. And my third, I don't know. I might do like a classic American muscle car, maybe like a Chevy SS, something that's just like not in my wheelhouse, but like
Yeah.
classic. Because I think
You
everybody.
know, I'm gonna look up pictures of these shits after I hear this shit.
Nah,
Yeah.
this is dope.
Yeah.
The
I want-
Supra's fire.
the Supra's
I wanna
fire.
see
Skyline
what
is
this
fire.
is.
Yo, Supra right now go for like 80 to like 100 grand because
Yeah.
they stopped making. I mean, they brought a new one out.
Yeah, they brought him back.
But the old ones,
Just
you
the
know,
body?
No, just like an old
What's
Supra.
those like them Tokyo drift cars and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got like a
Yeah.
Supra, like a
I can hear the
95
music
Supra,
playing.
you're gonna pay like 80, 100,000 at least right now because they stopped making them and they're collectible as hell. The Skylines, I mean, you won't pay that much bread, but you pay a little bit of money for them. They're hard to get in the country.
I remember when we was in the garage, you was explaining that to me when we was out in Jersey.
About
Went
the
to that
Supra.
garage and you was showing me the Skylines that they had and all that shit.
So yeah, with some cars you can't import them unless they've been out for 25 years. There's a
Oh.
25-year
Shit.
rule. So
God damn.
yeah, you have to wait 25 years from when the car came out to import it. They won't allow it, So a lot of times when you see Supras here, they're a little older because of that.
Yeah.
And there's mad shit. You got paperwork, custom paperwork, and all
That's
that
crazy.
shit. But that's probably it for me, yo. Yeah, I mean, some of it like traditional family shit, and then similar like friends and people and just fucking around and like needing something to do.
Top 3 movies.
Top 3 movies.
Damn.
Shit. I mean, that's not hard.
Yours, yeah.
Yeah,
your
that's
top
not
3
hard. Like,
movies.
so it used to be Terminator 2,
Classic.
but that's my number 2 now.
All
My
right.
first one is Interstellar.
Interstellar. That's
Is that
a
the one
fire
with
movie.
is it Owen Wilson? No.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm sorry, yes. Okay.
And my third one.
I only know his name because he did Buick commercial.
Lincoln.
Yeah, Lincoln
All right,
commercials.
All right.
That MKZ shit was fire to me too.
Oh man.
He got good commercials. Number 3, damn, that's hard. I ain't come prepared for movies. Number 3, I can't pick one, but any of the newer James Bond movies.
Okay.
You more of an action flick kind of guy?
Honestly, I've been
I know you
into
consume
horror
everything.
like
Okay.
recently. I really fucks with James Bond. Like the new ones. They on
Storyline been good on them shits too.
point. Yeah.
What's the last dude that did James Bond? The most
Ain't-
current
ain't-
actor.
Daniel Craig.
Ain't Hardy supposed to be Tom Hardy supposed to be the new James Bond or some shit like
Potentially.
that? Potentially.
But
I heard that.
But this dude, what his
Daniel
name?
Craig.
Is? He just said that he don't believe there should be a female James Bond.
Oh,
Today
shit.
came out today and was like, "Yo, I'm not with it." I don't know how much weight his word carry, but
Well, the name is
There should be a-
James Bond.
I hear you. I hear you.
Not
I hear
James
you.
Bond.
Not
I hear you.
Jamie Bond.
Unless it's trans, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm just.
Not Jameis Bond. Like,
You think there should be a black James Bond?
Yeah.
the only
It's
person
a-
I could have
it's a-
seen is
it's like-
Idris.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Like
that.
James
Yeah,
Bond.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
All right, so y'all want to get into this album talk? Top 3 albums
Yeah.
for the year?
Y'all gonna have
Who
it.
wants to set it off?
I can. So, all I've been listening to is rap.
All right.
Haven't I know Thames dropped. I ain't listened to that completely. I know like Burna Boy had an album. A lot of like the African music dropped too. I ain't really been listening to all that in full. But rap I've been listening to, and not just because he is the co-host, but oh Lord, definitely in my top 3 of the year. Solid albums produced by G Dubs. G Dubs.
Got my favorite song of the year for sure.
Yeah,
Masterful.
absolutely.
But you gotta
Masterful
say
production.
why though, because there's a lot of hip hop out right now that's just like
Well, because Oh Lord is the type of hip hop that I've been listening to. And my other 2 albums is part of that realm. Like, Griselda,
Yeah.
the more underground like Crime Apple and Rome Streets, like
Rome
Ransom.
Streets, all of them dudes,
So,
yeah.
and my second one is Ransom. Heavy
Yeah.
is the Head.
That's
and,
a fire album.
And Big Ghost after listening to Crime Apple Aguardiente, which is a Big Ghost, I've just listened to all Big Ghost albums.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And
Producer?
he had a Griselda one early.
Big Ghost producer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Ghost Limited.
Yeah.
So Ransom, Heavy as the Head. And what's funny is that brought me to listen to older Ransom. Like Ransom.
Yeah, all them Nicholas Craven
Yeah.
joints. Amazing.
Bro,
And I never listened to Ransom.
he put me on to his growth, right?
Yeah.
Because the Ransom, when he brought him up to me, I'm thinking Joe Budden Ransom.
18,
That's what I'm
18,
thinking.
right?
Yeah.
When he put me on to some of his joints from a couple years
I'm like,
ago, yo,
Incredible, yo.
it's not even the same dude, bro.
Nah, it's
Like,
not.
It's just a whole
He's
wild
one of the
different person.
dudes I'm chasing right now, as far as like content I enjoy hearing and how it's put together.
Yeah.
Like I chase that right now because I'm just like, yeah, I like the content level, the conversation, and how it's orchestrated. Like I like that.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Yo,
I like that.
and the fire shit about Heavy as the Head is that it's
A themed
a
album.
theme album of Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so like when I peep that, I'm like, oh nah, he killing this.
Like he weaving in shit from
yeah,
the
like
series.
just like
Yeah.
little quotes and
Okay.
shit that he's saying.
Just even the titles of the songs.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy.
I have to check it out.
And then my third one is another Big Ghost produced is with Conway. Is it If It Bleeds, It Can Be Killed.
It can be killed.
Like he got a couple Big Ghost ones, but that's been my. I think he got maybe 2 or 3.
Two.
But 2.
Three. If you're including the Griselda joint.
Yeah, with the Fendi seats on
Yeah.
it, and that's my favorite track on that shit. Fendi seats is fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, If It Bleeds, It Can Be Killed. That's the shit I've been working out to. Ransom and Oh Lord, like.
Yeah.
So those are my top 3 of the year. Now there's a lot more music out there, but I just been
Those are your
focusing,
go-tos.
yeah,
Yeah.
on a specific genre in hip hop. And I think Griselda's about to like make their way out of that. Like even the sound is
I'm not
changing. They're
gonna
using
lie.
a lot of different
What's
producers.
his name? The new I think it's Hermes joint.
Oh, the latest one.
The latest joint from West Side.
Yeah, I
Not gonna
haven't listened to
lie.
that yet.
It's a lot of features, but
Yeah.
it's tough.
Yeah, but you know why he's
But
doing
he-
all these features, right? Because he about to go and start signing a lot of
Yeah,
these
yeah,
He
yeah,
underground
yeah.
already
ones.
signed quite a few dudes. Or
Yeah.
whatever, so.
They're doing their own label thing?
Yeah, they have
I
the
mean,
label.
with the Griselda, but like
GXFR, something
with
like
some
that?
other- okay.
GXFR, they already on that shit.
Did they divest from the major label?
Yeah,
already?
they done with
right?
the major label
done
shit.
with
They still
Shady,
got
yeah.
they still under Rock management, Rock Nation management or whatever. But yeah, they done with the major
the-
label
okay.
shit.
Yeah, I remember reading.
They got their
something about
own. They got their own shit together.
But he's been saying that for years that he was gonna do that though. In the sense
Yeah,
where
he
was
just
gonna
needed
put
the
niggas on.
recognition. He used the
Yeah.
platform the way he needed it, and then
That's
he
smart.
did his thing. Yeah,
you gotta-
they did great business.
You got a time deal. You deliver when you deliver, and then you bounce, and then
Yeah,
that's
for
how you're
sure.
supposed to do it. Like,
And then he turned it into a whole business because now he's
Putting
not
other people on.
Yeah, he's just doing all that shit. So he's executive producing and all that shit. So Slick, yeah.
Hip hop, I really haven't been listening to much of lately. I've been going more back. Royce the 5'9", I've been listening to crazy.
Yeah, that's not what we
because-
asked you. We asked you about 2021. What do
Yeah,
you?
so try again.
I-
What's your favorite?
Damn,
album
we give
so
him a
far
mic
for
and
you?
he just fucks it up.
Just fucks
Big
up.
Brother
Big
and like,
Brother 2019
oh
albums.
my God.
Jesus Christ. All right, I'm gonna skim over this, dude. So the albums I've been listening to consistently, because I've listened to a lot of different rap shit, but none of my top 3 memorable albums for the year are hip hop. It's all R&B. I love the Snow Allegra album. I love Her's new album, and I love Hawk's Tales from fucking Jasmine Sullivan. Son, that album is fire.
Oh, that shit was a
That
good
album is
album.
fire.
That came out of left field too.
I didn't expect
and the
much
features
from that.
was good on that.
That album is really dope. It's a tie. Like I don't even know where to place them because there's
That was
some
early
days-
2021.
Yeah, that was like
Jasmine
April, May around there.
Yeah.
But I don't even know where to put first, second, and third because there'll be days where Snow album just feels better than everything to me, and then there's days fucking Jasmine Sullivan shit is just crazy. I was just listening to Jasmine Sullivan shit this morning while I was stretching. I'm just like, yo, this is a fucking incredible album, man. She's always been dope, but it's just she showed so much range on that album. Like she could really do any type of R&B possible. Like that shit is dope. Like I like Snow in the like lo-fi area of like those beats that are more like drowned out
Yeah.
and hollow. Like I like her in that realm a lot more.
But I mean, her latest, I think the single that's been playing is a little more upbeat.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's trying to get like a new fan base.
Well,
to listen to it.
whatever. I mean, that album is dope. So,
Yeah.
but those are my three right there. It's just all R&B. I feel like my man was telling me the other day like he loved Tyler Creator's album. I didn't get a chance to listen to
That
it
was a
more
good
than
album.
once.
I'm not gonna lie, the first listen is a good album.
I only listened to it once, and the one time I heard it, I was like, yo, this is a good album, but I didn't get to really. I didn't rush back to go. That's the same way I feel like about and I gotta go back and check it out. I'm definitely but that's the same way I feel about like Champion, the Kanye West album. Like I bought it, I heard it one time, I was like, yo, this is fire, but I'll never listen to it again. Like, and I literally never went back and listened to that album in its entirety again. There's songs I heard off of it, but I never cared about it after that. Not like other albums I fuck with heavy.
Has this been like a big year in your eyes for music, like all around R&B?
I think everybody.
hip-hop?
I think, depending on what you are listening to music for, I feel like everything I enjoy from music, from both a hip hop and R&B standpoint, has been delivered this year. Like, where I've been, like there's still albums I didn't even listen to yet. Like Crime Apple just dropped some not too long ago. I didn't even get there yet, but I know when I get there, I know what to expect and to be excited about it and shit like that. So, yeah, there's been a lot of ill shit. Like I said, Ransom kept me on my toes this year. Fucking
You gonna listen to that Drake shit, CLB?
Yo, that's the thing. I haven't listened to Drake or Kanye in at least 5 years, yo. Like, giving a shit about their music.
I heard the Aubrey album.
It's not that it's not that I think their music is bad or anything like that. I literally,
It's not your taste.
it's literally just like weird for me, like
It's
to
not your
listen,
taste.
because it's
Yeah.
just like I know, I only like the corny music from Drake. Like I only like the, Hotline Bling and
God's
One
Plan.
Dance and all that. I like that type of shit. When this nigga's really trying to rap, like I really don't be trying to hear this nigga. Like Kanye West, like My Dog Twisted Fantasy is the last thing I loved from that nigga.
Agreed. I
That's
didn't
the
hear
last
the new
thing
joint,
I
but
loved.
yeah.
Once he did the New Slaves, what album was that? Where he had that was Yeezus.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was like a couple joints, like 2-3 joints on there, and I was like, all right, I'm pretty much done. Like the music he makes is no longer like the shit I care
he's
about.
tapped out on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So and it doesn't make it bad. It's
He
just
should
like
retire.
it's not what I fuck with no more.
I mean,
I never really cared for like Drake's music, at all, at no point. But I like the nigga can make music. You know what I mean? Like especially like family music and shit like that. Like shit that everybody could just enjoy. Like when he did the YOLO shit and all of that shit. Like those are the songs I like from the nigga. But when he starts singing shit like "You gonna make me catch a body," like relax. Like I don't want to hear none of that shit. Don't start telling me you about to do nothing to
You
nobody.
always go
Like,
back to that same bar.
I couldn't
though.
believe that he said that. Like I couldn't believe that he sang that. A nigga never sang to me and told me or tried to hit a note. Like 50 never sang to me with a high pitched voice. Like he
some
gonna
gangsta shit.
like he
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
kill me. Like like the nigga said, "I kill you. I ain't playing." You know what I mean? Like there's a certain type of emphasis, and like I believed him. When Drake said you gonna make me catch a body like that, oh, don't do it. Please don't do it. Absolutely not.
You don't believe him?
I don't believe you, my nigga. Have a seat.
Not
Yo, it's
convincing.
been 25 years since Tupac died, and he was 25 years old.
Word.
Yo, look at Big. They 24 and 25, yo. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Was it Big's ride that just sold?
Nah,
couple weeks ago?
Pac was younger than that when he died.
I thought he was 25.
Nah, he was younger than that when he died.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Okay, correct.
Them niggas was like 23, 24 when they died, yo.
Yeah, mad young, bro.
That's crazy. To think of the
I mean,
level
yeah.
they was at.
The music that Pac put out
well-
before that, like
Pac had dope shit. He only had one album I fucked with, but he had a lot of songs that I liked, right? But he only had one album I fucked with. Big. That Life After Death shit, that's fake. That's the only way I could put it, dog. Like that album is so perfect that it's fake. Like
And he was mad young.
Ready to
only
Die
had-
is my
he
shit,
only had
right? Ready to
two,
Die my
right?
shit because
Yeah.
it's raw. There's no perfection in it. I love that about that album, right? They didn't perfect none of that shit. Like that shit is just raw. The beats are ill, everything, right? But the polished, ready for the world, Biggie, Life After Death. That's fake, son. Like that album to this day, that shit rings.
All you 20-year-olds, he was Christopher Wallace, Notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls.
From Brooklyn, New York.
Niggas
From
can't-
Brooklyn, New
niggas
York?
Don't even understand that. There's no way, yo. I don't even know how to break that down to them. Like, yo, that's like watching.
I don't think they would like it.
It's not even like it. I need them to understand like the comparison of what they fuck with today
Yeah.
To that. Yeah.
to that. So it's like.
Y'all got Apple Music, yo,
They won't get it.
Spotify,
I
it's
don't know.
all
I
on
don't
there.
know. Who's I guess Drake is who they praise, right? Like that's the person they think is the
Yeah,
most
this
incredible.
nigga-
Nah, like I
Yeah.
think, yo,
Who
Little
was it
Uzi Vert. They
like,
praise Lil Uzi Vert.
and I'm trying to think of the next top person. If they were one person, like
This
that
nigga
was
Trey
big.
Young said, "Isn't it time to say that Drake was the GOAT or some shit like that?" Right?
Well,
Like,
he's
after
that
saying-
age. He's
I hear
allowed-
that, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
These niggas
so
are allowed to say whatever they want as
it's
long as
just
they don't
like-
say it to me.
it's like, really though? Like, we're gonna really like have that conversation.
but-
like,
I mean, being if you the top dog, you don't like you are a top dog forever. You don't get knocked out of that. Like niggas can't tell me just because Nas had 2-3 albums that niggas ain't really care too much about that takes him out of the top list. It's just like not to me. Like same thing with Jay-Z. Like there's Jay-Z albums y'all know I'll never listen to, but
Word
that
up.
does not
Yeah,
take
word
him out
up.
the top spot
Yeah.
for me. Like that does not
or
knock
inact-
him down.
or not inactivity, but like time away. Like,
You know
like,
how many niggas don't listen to like Royce, Black
just-
Thought, and these niggas?
I was gonna say like
those
a
are
Bun
top
B,
on the
right?
list.
Like,
yeah.
like you know, he's focusing on other things, maybe not putting out music as consistently, but that doesn't take.
In Houston, he's still top dog out
You know?
there. He's still like I got Scarface high on my list. Like Scarface and
Word.
Ghostface.
How many people
are
wouldn't,
in my top 10?
wouldn't know? Like, how many kids now would never? Who the fuck is that? Right?
Yeah,
like,
nobody. These
that's
kids don't know
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Scarface.
who the fuck is Scarface? Right? Like, it wouldn't at all.
Oh, I think I went through all my shit. You got one more?
No, I'm good.
You good?
Chilling.
Oh shit! All right.
chilling.
So how much time was there?
God
Ah.
We gave you a goodie.
We gave y'all a lot of info. Don't ask me for shit for a long time because I don't really fuck with y'all like that. But I love y'all.
damn. Word to curve.
Peace. Word to curve.
Peace.
This is the end of side one of this record. Please now turn it over for the second side.
Hey yo, my past filled with classic dirt. They'll provoke you, then get mad at work. I had to fast for everlasting worth. Cleanse the body where disaster lurks. I'm trying to make it last and have a blast on earth. Mind and body aligned. Should I be mad alert? We all living on borrowed time. It doesn't have to hurt. Being solid always had its perks. Kept rhyming, now I'm grinding hand in hand with merch. Shit. I know your man don't like me, but he grabbed his shirt. That's $50. I used to hide the grams in church. Knew it'd be the last place they plan to search. Now it's about growth, you gotta catch your spurts. I'm trying to build a brand and watch the cash disperse. I'm still unlearned. I'm trying not to pass the curse, cause every moment living, you just lapse the hearse. Long as I'm alive, I got a chance to murk. I got it now, don't give a fuck about who had it first. I'll trade it all, what's your passion worth? Moon rocks floating with the stars next to Captain Kirk. I need 100 large after taxes. I need my money up front and on the back end. I wish Sean was here for all the rap shit. I wish God would give my brother back shit. Am I forced to believe in your love through all the pain? When you took someone from us that wasn't yours to claim, you cut us off when there was more to say. So we gon' rep in the memory of, for your family it'll forever be love. Respect take you levels above. My word is born and I ain't never gon' budge. Should've helped me stay ahead of the fuzz. Gifted hood, you know it's good, I bet whatever on does. We dropping albums, save the singles for the gentleman's club. Word to Crash, those my brothers, we don't weather the mud. Sometimes your friends treat you better than blood. Who got a fucking problem? I suggest we think whatever it was. Don't ask me about nothing, the album drops whenever it does. I judge skill, I don't measure the buzz. Bunch of junkies making trash shit, I bet it sounded better on drugs. It was always me, Dwayne and Devon. Proud we made it this far. Through the struggle, trying to waver the odds. Shit, I ain't dealt the hand, I'm just playing the cards. Tell them niggas not to play with the God.